Is the just a question, Gloria.
Mhm.
Is there a particular type of brand that is better than another, or are they just people just out there just selling essential oils and you just pick whichever one is okay?
Yeah, we'll definitely touch on how to choose essential oils, because the industry isn't fully regulated, and there are a lot of brands that are adulterated with synthetic products. So you want to be careful how you choose the brand of essential oils that you buy going forward. So yeah, so let's get on, and then you'll find out a bit more about it and how to choose your oils, and a bit more about doTERRA essential oils and why I would recommend them hands down without hesitation. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, thanks for joining me here. And if you're watching the recording, thank you for signing up and joining, opening up yourself to find out a lot more about essential oils, the natural way to live, and how they can support you. My name is Gloria Hallin, and I absolutely love supporting people who are motivated to expand their essential oils knowledge and use it to possibly boost their health and overall functionality. So for me, I am an award-winning board-certified holistic health practitioner. I'm also the author of Healing Foods, Healthy Foods. I speak, getting back onto the speaking stage now that things are opening up gradually, TEDx speaker, and trained at the Institute for Integrative Nutrition. So I'm just going to leave the about on there for you to just glance through. My journey started about 14, 15 years ago. Previously, I used to be an IT consultant in the finance sector in London, and then got diagnosed with breast cancer and had to quit my work. Although it was freelance, I used to work for myself, and I literally had to go through the whole crazy of surgeries and chemo, radiation, everything. And I wanted to find ways to heal myself after coming out of the major treatment that didn't involve chemicals, because where cancer is concerned, what they tend to do with chemo is inject you with chemicals to kill the cancer cells, but that also kills the good cells that are in your body, and you have numerous side effects from these. So, and because I had so many, horrible, side effects, from absolute fatigue to gut health issues, and a myriad of problems coming out of it, I needed to find ways that didn't include additional chemicals to heal myself. And that, I went into a mode of research, researching foods and, other modalities, and, got into the practice of, juicing, because that's where you start, with your food, right? I realized that, I was eating highly processed, very sugar-laden foods, which sugar is one of the factors that cancer cells need to thrive. And just went into that mode of, I need to literally cleanse myself. And then when, through the years of, fast forward of, learning a lot more, I, realized that, what we put on our skin, what we ingest and what we put on our skin is, super important to overall health and wellness, right? So where it comes to skincare and, the antibiotics and, prescription medication, those all contain toxic chemicals that in some way, they just mask the symptoms of whatever is going on with you, and introduce a whole heap of other side effects. So when I started on essential oils, I think the thing is, I've always loved essential oils. because I always loved the idea of getting a massage now and again. And that's what supported me through my treatment. I always had reflexology through my treatment, and I know that supported me. And every time I went to see this specific lady who was a Chinese lady, every time she would ask me how I felt, and whatever I said to her determined the mix of oils she would put together to massage my feet to support me. And I found that really interesting because for me, essential oils has always been, oh, it smells divine. It keeps you calm, you know, so I love the smell. So it was always about the scent for me before, not thinking about how they support you. And this lady got me thinking about how it supports you by mixing the oils based on how you felt, you know, and what I said to her. And then a few years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago, a friend, and I started buying essential oils, didn't really pay particular attention to the brand. And then a friend of mine 5 years ago introduced me to doTERRA. And I did a specific test with the brands that I was using at that point in time, because at that point in time, I was using peppermint and lavender. Peppermint I knew was great for pain and lavender for sleep. Everybody uses lavender for sleep. So I asked her to give me samples of the doTERRA peppermint and lavender. And I tested both, the brand I was using before would help me to sleep. But when I used the doTERRA brand, it was a whole different ballgame because with the previous brand, I would fall asleep in about half an hour as opposed to not using the oils. It would take me about an hour or so to fall asleep. And then when I used doTERRA brand, within about 5-10 minutes, I was so calm and I would have such a restful sleep. So there was a difference. I knew I wanted to do a test with it. So there was a difference going forward. So that was, because I am the sort of person that I have to try things out for myself. I don't tend to take people's word for it. So I have to try things out and do my own investigation.
Does lavender actually put you to sleep then, does it?
Yeah, it literally put me to sleep because
you just have to smell it? Is that what you have to do? Or what do you do?
No. It wasn't just smelling it. It was smelling. There are 3 different ways to use oils, right? Which I will talk about in a bit, but just to put it into context, you can use it aromatically, topically, and you can diffuse it as well. So it wasn't just smelling, diffusing it. It was actually using it on my pulse point and on my neck area, and sometimes on my forehead, at the temple side, just to calm me down because it's kind of like if you're one of those people that you're always on the go and your mind is on, which is like, probably 99% of, humans on the planet, your mind is always going. You need something.
Women have to multitask, you know what it's like.
I'm sorry?
Women have to multitask, you know what that's like.
Yeah, exactly. There you go, right?
Yeah.
So when you just have to, you need that additional support of something to actually, calm you down and help you to fall asleep. And it's from nature, it's from plants, it's flowers, right? So it comes without the side effect as opposed to taking, sleeping tablets, which comes with side effects. When you wake up in the morning, you feel groggy, like you've been hit with, by a truck or something, right? So, so that is the thing. And that's when I started to get into the ins and outs of the doTERRA brand and how it works and what makes it so different. And it's the purity, which I will talk about in a bit. So if you are kind of flirting with that idea of having that physical relationship with some all natural products like essential oils, that are recommended, that they need to be pure. doTERRA essential oils, while many brands of essential oils are not recommended for use internally, doTERRA essential oils, when used correctly, can be extremely effective in helping to manage a lot of the issues that we go through they can be extremely effective in helping to manage and balance many of the internal processes and physical reactions. And in fact, they have a multitude of effects on the various systems and organs of the body, and can ultimately be used as regular supplements for their many amazing benefits. So embarking on this lifelong love affair, I call it a love affair with nature, with essential oils, is something which many people don't imagine when they buy their first bottle of essential oils. And I'll admit that, I fell for, all the effects that they had. And literally, I cannot imagine my life without essential oils. They're a daily part, part of my routine and my self-care. But it's also important to understand, to have a basic understanding of essential oils before using them for health purposes. So I'm just going to go through some of the body's functions as we go along, and talk about some of the oils that can support them as well. So let's talk about the circulatory system. The circulatory system is made up of primarily, your heart, your lungs, and blood vessels, which tend to work in harmony to pump blood all over the body, right? So these organs must interact with, they must interact smoothly to enable the body to function properly. And as such, when anything which aids the smooth operation is definitely considered positive to the circulatory system. So as you can imagine, optimum heart health has many requirements, one of which is maintaining low blood pressure, good activity levels, and a healthy circulatory system. Here's the thing. We have been brainwashed to think that heart healthy, to take pharmaceutical drugs to maintain heart health, right, for years and years. And there has only recently been an increase in the interest of the benefits of essential oils that essential oils can have on the body. So where activity levels and physical exercise can only boost our circulation if the blood vessels if the blood vessels involved are open and receptive enough to allow it in the first place, this is where doTERRA products come in, essential oils come in here. So taking essential oils such as cinnamon bark, cassia, marjoram, and copaiba. These are, some of these oils are mainstream oils, but some of them are specific doTERRA oils, such as copaiba. When you take this internally, they have the ability to boost cardiovascular function. Don't worry, I'm going to talk about how you can do this over the next few slides. Okay, so the other, doTERRA don't just do essential oils, they also do a wide range of supplements as well, such as the XEO omega oil, which everybody needs to be taking omega oils, because omega oils are anti-inflammatory, right? So even if you're taking it from a different brand, and doTERRA's blend of essential oils are organic, and they also contain, doTERRA's brand of omega oils are organic, from organic sources, and they contain some essential oils as well. That's what I meant to say. So let's talk about briefly cinnamon. The benefits of cinnamon bark have been known and used for centuries, and as well as using a special blend of cinnamon oil for embalming. Ancient Egyptians used it in bath oils and incense and perfumes. And I think even now these days, there are some very few companies that do produce more natural cosmetic products that actually do include cinnamon in it, if you look on the ingredients list. Also in Ayurvedic practices, cinnamon is widely used to reduce inflammation, ease joint pain, reduce symptoms of headache, and ease poor digestion as well. I tend to use cinnamon bark in a lot of what I do. It's also great for reducing blood sugar levels as well. So for those that are diabetic or pre-diabetic, cinnamon oil is actually a good oil to include into your diet or regimen as you go along. So did someone have a question? If you don't have a question, can you mute yourself, please? So I also using cinnamon oil is externally is as easy as rubbing it, a small amount of the diluted oil all over your skin. This can have immediate effects, including helping your blood flow to extremities swiftly and increasing overall body temperature. So if you ever wondered why cinnamon is considered a wintertime smell, now you know, because it kind of, heats up the body for you a bit. So internally, a great way to include cinnamon bark into your diet is by adding it, to casual everyday recipes. I tend to add it into when I'm making my turmeric latte. I would add a drop of cinnamon oil to that. You can add it to recipes like oatmeals and teas and soups as well. So I have created, I'm going to be, at the end of this, when I send you the follow-up email, I'll be sharing some recipes with you. There's a recipe that I created, which includes the use of cinnamon. It's winter punch with apple cider vinegar. It's a very, very simple recipe that you can try yourself. Includes 1 drop of cinnamon oil, 1 drop of clove, and you've got lemon and unpeeled orange slice and some apple cider vinegar with some water. That is warming and reduces inflammation in the system, right? So that's a very good recipe. So you will get that as part of the follow-up email with the recording. So yeah, you'll be getting additional resources after this session. So the other way, the human body is an extremely, I call it the most intelligent bio machine on the planet. We actually function, our body is so intelligent, and multitudes of reactions, processes and healing mechanisms take place every single second of our life, many of which we barely need to think about, like breathing, right? So one of such areas of physical health, which some doTERRA products are especially great at assisting, is our reproductive health, particularly for women. Reproductive health is something that requires a lot of balance, seriously a lot of balance, because for women, oh my God, we go through a myriad of hormonal imbalances so much in our lives. And although we don't tend to make that connection, the studies out there show that at least 70% of what we go through health-wise stems from a hormonal imbalance. We've never been taught that. It's not talked about. And that's one of the reasons why a lot of what I do, I focus on hormonal balance, right? And, it's something that requires a lot of regulation and of hormone reaction. So essential oils like jasmine, thyme, neroli, rose, and geranium are all very good options to use in order to promote optimal reproductive functionality and just in general hormonal balance. You have a question?
Yes, I do. Gloria, isn't it, with these essential oils that you have to kind of mix them up with carrier oils?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's only for massage, is that right? Or is that for other things as well?
It's for other things as well. There are a few oils that you can use without having to dilute them with carrier oils. doTERRA oils are quite pure in the sense that you just need just a drop, and that would go a long way. It just also depends on what you want to use it for. What's your and what you want to get out of it. What's the health benefit you want to get out of it, right?
I mean,
So,
like you mentioned the cinnamon oil in the previous slide.
mhm.
You said that you can actually add it to food. Is that okay? I
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
okay.
undiluted. You can add it to food. There's no need to if you're adding cinnamon oil to food, there's no need to add dilute it with the carrier oil. So diluting it with the carrier oil is to put it on your skin topically.
Okay, all right, okay. It's just that I was like quite shocked because normally with essential oils you can't really, they say not to have them neat. You have to kind of do something with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And for some people, it's okay depending on your skin. I always recommend to do a test patch diluted on your skin, right? And the part of your body that you can, sometimes use the, not the hot oils, but other oils. Neat is at the bottom of your feet.
Okay.
Yeah, but if you have, especially if you have really sensitive skin, you really, really do need to dilute with a carrier oil.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Right.
Thank you.
Okay. So the next oil we're going to talk about is rose. Oh my God, rose is a special oil. It is so special. In fact, rose is one of the most precious essential oils in the world, and is also one of the most effective for balancing our emotions and our moods. And it actually takes 242,000 hand-picked rose petals to just get a 5 ml bottle of rose essential oil. And if you're wondering what 5 ml looks like, this is my cinnamon oil. This is just 5 ml bottle, right? So you can imagine 242,000 hand-picked rose petals just makes 5 ml. So that's the reason why it is so super expensive, right? And thankfully, just a drop of rose essential oil creates a beautiful, beautiful aroma that soothes away stress and uplifts mood and promotes balanced hormones. So that's a lot, all right? So this means that rose is among the best oils to use to promote good reproductive health. Okay, so now let's talk about the immune system. A healthy immune system is a vital component for good overall physical health, especially after what we've been through, because and still going through in essence, because the thing is where, the pandemic is concerned, as far as, from my understanding, it is an attack on the immune system. And here's the thing, we as human beings, every person on the planet was born with immune system. And the function of the immune system is to protect you from pathogens that would come into your body to try to cause problems, right? Pathogens include bacteria, viruses, and anything else that tries to attack you. And your immune system is there to protect you against these pathogens. But here's the thing, if your immune system is not functioning at optimum level, it's not able to protect you. And for me, that's why I believe that so many people on the planet have been walking around with compromised immune systems at different levels. And that's why there's been such a high impact of the virus on so many individuals. But I'm not going to go into that, but it's just trying to put things into context, right? So as this pathogens tend to block, as the immune system blocks potential threats in the form of these, infectious bacteria, toxins, and other external dangers, keeping a strong immune system means strengthening ourselves to fight against these threats that, at short notice, can just come into our system. Right, and the immune system is meant to support us with that. So with the tissues, the cells, and small organs that produce the white blood cells, which are central to which are central to the main line of defense for the immune system. So through internal use, essential oils and nutritional supplements can help to promote the immune system and strengthen the production of these cells. So the go-to oils for immune boosting include lemon, tea tree, which is also known as melaleuca, thyme, cinnamon bark, like we've just talked about, and wild orange, all of which can be used internally. But I stress again, if you're going to use any of these oils internally, please make sure they're doTERRA oils. No other brand. Please do not ingest any other any oils from different brands that are not doTERRA brands. And and they come in a wide variety of capacities. So doTERRA has created a blend of oils called On Guard, and this is a unique product that combines several of these oils that I've just mentioned and more to create a blend that provides powerful internal immunosupport. So the blend contains cinnamon, wild orange, and eucalyptus. And this blend, when used internally, may be cleansing and purifying and strengthening for the immune system. So this is a great blend. I use this blend constantly, especially if I feel like I'm coming up with a cold or a sore throat. I use it on my neck and my chest. And they also have throat drops as well. Yes, Alka.
Sorry for all these questions.
No, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm actually recovering from a flu. No, you'd be shocked. I'm still. I've had some antibiotics only yesterday. This On Guard, would you have this? Not obviously all the time, only if you're ill.
You can use it to support yourself for prevention as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So would you just like have it every so often, just to kind of keep
every so often to protect yourself, to boost your immune system.
Okay. You wouldn't have it when you're actually sick. I mean, you would have it. I mean, what I'm saying is,
you would have it. Yeah.
How long does it take to say if you added a drop to some food, for example?
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to kind of notice the differences of the essential oil? Because it's a different type of thing to medication, isn't it? Really,
it is completely different because it's plants, right?
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be able to tell you how quickly it's going to work because everybody is different.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody metabolizes and reacts to things differently, right? So it's for you to try out and see how your system takes it on. But the good thing about it is it would not come with any side effects because it's a plant. It's made from plants. Everything is pure. It has the purity certification right there. And, and also with anything that you try to do, to notice the huge benefits, you have to be consistent with it.
Mm-hmm.
Consistency is key, right?
To
always enjoy the benefits. Notice the benefits first of all, and then continue to enjoy the benefits of the optimum immune system and healing and health, right? So I cannot say, Alka, you're going to take one drop of On Guard today and you will feel great in an hour or 2 hours or by tomorrow. No, I'm not going to say that. Nobody can say that because I'm not in your body. I don't know how your body, functions, right?
Okay.
No. So I when I work with clients, my aim is to get them to understand and connect, how their body functions, what it needs to thrive, and connect to it, be connected to your body to know and understand the messages that it's sending you and how it's responding to what you're feeding it. Okay? So, and then you tell me how you feel when you've used whatever products that you've used. If it's an On Guard, it's On Guard. No, many people have said, oh, I've used it once, a couple of times when I had a cold, that the night before in the morning, I felt much better, right? So everybody's different.
Right, okay. So it's not like you don't have to use it for like a prolonged use to kind of get the benefits of it. What I'm saying is, if you've, if you've got a flu, if you use it for a few days, it might just sort everything out and then you're back to square one and then that's good. It's just, I suppose it just depends on your body. That's what you're saying.
It depends on your body, because everybody, like I said, is different. It depends on your body, right? But I didn't know, when it comes down to a lot of these products, you can't go wrong with nature. That's my feeling. That's my opinion. You cannot go wrong with nature. And as opposed, you're putting, medication, pharmaceuticals with nature, natural products. Pharmaceuticals might work that quick, but here's the thing, a couple of things. They come with side effects, right? And they mask the symptoms of what's going on with you.
Yeah, they don't actually get to the root of the problem.
That's what I mean. They mask the symptoms.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But when it comes to nature, it's going down deep, your body understands it. The body understands nature. It might take longer for some people. For some people, it might be quick. It might take longer for some people, but you don't get any side effects.
The reason I know this is, because about 10 years ago, they said that I've got arthritis, and I was only like 30. And I said, I can't believe this is an old person's disease. Like, how can you get arthritis like at that age? And they found all the markers in my blood, say all this inflammation and everything. And I thought, you know what, I'm not doing this. I can't bear it, because it was just, they gave me this medication that, told me to take it, and I didn't take it because it gave you side effects with your retina and all sorts of things. So I didn't take it, and I just resorted to coconut oil, and I actually got rid of the inflammation markers just like that.
Yeah.
And they were shocked. They didn't like it, the fact that I was taking coconut oil for arthritis.
Yeah.
And now I have nothing. It's all gone.
I totally believe that. And of course, they wouldn't like it because they don't understand it. They don't spend that much time on nutrition or natural way of, holistic methods of, doing things, of healing your body. It's for them, it's all pharmaceuticals. They believe in
because they were saying that I would have had to take this medication for 3 months, and only then would you'd have seen the effects of it working.
Yeah.
And by that time, who knows what would have happened to your body, So I just didn't take it. I just thought I'd share that with you.
It is. This is the world we live in right now. I hear you. So, right. Okay. So, as essential oils are plants' own defense mechanism, like we've just been talking about against disease, it makes sense. It makes so much sense that they do the same for us when applied correctly. We have to know how to use this, to use nature to support our body. There are various ways to ingest essential oils with a focus on boosting your immunity. And our aromatherapy suggests that creating the ideal synergy between oils, which have similar qualities and properties, is key to effective use. So when you apply essential oils sparingly and undiluted, which I mentioned before, to the soles of the feet, oils like clove, lemon, eucalyptus, and lavender are absorbed into the bloodstream within 20 minutes, and to a cellular level within 7 to 24 hours. So it's important to note, however, that it's rare to hear recommendations to using undiluted oils on the skin, or even at all. These particular oils are safe. doTERRA's oils are safe, but many others are not. So this is a very effective method to use when seeking to boost the immune system against cold and flu, and is even thought to be effective with symptoms of existing flu-like symptoms. So lemon essential oils is one of the most potent oils, and the first oil you go to when the immune system is compromised. Organic lemon oil stimulates white blood cell production and boosts the immunity against serious infections, including pneumonia and the flu. So adding some drops of doTERRA's lemon oil, oregano, and thyme into a veggie capsule and taking them daily alongside a healthy, balanced diet can be a great way to start helping your immunity immediately, right? So in essence, I'm not talking about just using essential oils to boost your immune system. You have to have a healthy, balanced diet. You have to exercise. You have to do everything that we try as much as possible not to do, but we know is good for us. We have to do all those things, okay, to support ourselves. So as well as having immune boosting properties, lemon oil is also one of the most uplifting and invigorating oils to use in the home, and to stimulate positivity and clarity. As with all citrus oils, lemon is pressed directly from the peel of the fruit, making it extremely accessible and familiar to the taste buds. And diffusing it with a diffuser is also great. It cleans the air, but it's even more potent when you start learning how to bring all these oils into your kitchen for both nutrition and flavor. Lemon can be used in both savory and sweet dishes as an additional flavoring, or as a zinc to summer salads, or a tasty change to some flavored water. I tend to put 1 or 2 drops of lemon oil in my water. And if you're doing that in water, if you're putting lemon or any essential oil that you can ingest in a bottle of water, make sure it's a bottle like this, a metal stainless steel bottle, or a glass bottle, never plastic. Never put any essential oil in plastic, okay? Right, so now let's talk about the nervous system. It's the center of all our bodily functions, right? It's the center of communication, with nerves sending and receiving messages to and from the brain. And this means that a healthy nervous system enables us to think clearly and react accordingly in a way that is balanced and manageable. So essential oils promote calmness within the nervous system, helping optimize sleep and removing us from the fight or flight mode, which we are so constantly in nowadays. And the body was not built to be in a consistent fight or flight mode, which is high stress levels, high cortisol and adrenaline constantly. The thing is, if you're constantly in fight or flight mode over a long period of time, that actually suppresses your immune system. So it impacts your immune system. So like I said, the body was not meant, we're not built to function in long-term fight or flight stress mode. Yes, at some point in time when the event presents itself, where such as you are in an accident or being chased by a dog or a lion or whatever, yes, the body is stressed, you're in fight or flight mode, you're ready to move. Okay, that's normal. And then when you are out of that situation, it's supposed to calm down. But in the world that we live in right now, we're constantly in that fight or flight mode. Hence, that impacts our immune system, right? Which is why there's so much disease. One of the reasons why there's so much disease on the planet, because once your immune system is impacted, is low, and there's high inflammation in your body that over several years turns to disease. So you want to, as much as possible, have the tools in place to support your nervous system. So essential oils can help generate a positive mood and overall more balanced emotions. They have this effect when used both internally and externally as well. Oils that can help with this particular frankincense, lavender always plays a role, bergamot and basil, surprisingly, which is it's a herb, but it has those properties to manage your nervous system. Using these oils as a complement to a healthy, balanced diet, again, healthy, balanced diet and lifestyle is sure to promote overall sense of calmness and stability, reducing the feelings of nervous disorders and ensuring the mind and body work at a compatible level of functionality. Right, so I'm just going to move quickly on, talking again a bit more about feelings of anxiety. Anxiety is primarily um, an imbalance of the nervous system. It follows that targeting this area in order to soothe symptoms of anxiety will usually generate some positive effects. So feelings of anxiety can be caused by a variety of different things, such as a lack of sleep, poor diet, a lack of routine, and stressful lifestyle factors, which we're all in that space right now. So as we've already talked about, essential oils are thought to be helpful with at least some of these. A lot of the oils are quite, and again, lavender features in, supporting us in that respect, where it's, it supports the nervous system, it's a restorative aid and can help to evoke a sense of inner peace. It also helps promote restful feelings of, restful sleep, and may also help feelings of restlessness, irritability, and panic attacks, and also nervous stomach and even general nervous tension. As with many oils, it's not recommended to ingest lavender in large doses, although it is safe to ingest, but it has to be just one drop in a veggie capsule or taken with food is all that you really need. And if you think also about the purity, because doTERRA oils are quite, have high, are quite pure, you really don't necessarily need more than a drop. When it comes to nausea, ginger is one of the best oils to have, whether as an oil or eating the fresh ginger as well. For me, I know that there was a time I was on a flight and I ate something that upset my stomach, and luckily for me, I had some ginger oil with me and just put a drop of it in some tea, and that helped to soothe the stomach upset that I had at that time. So ginger is good for nausea and is thought to be effective in helping the upset stomach as well. When you ingest it with warm water or as an ingredient in a herbal tea, ginger essential oil is thought to aid in soothing indigestion and acidic reactions in internal organs as well. So, and ginger also has anti-inflammatory benefits. And if you're having fresh ginger, ginger also contains high levels of vitamin C as well. So it's, one of the best herbs to have. So when it comes to the respiratory system, and the respiratory system is responsible for the exchange of elements from the internal to the external world, your breathing, right? In general, in terms of oxygen intake and output of carbon dioxide. I talk about food so much, it's like carbohydrates in my brain. This exchange of molecules helps to in removing toxins from the body. The primary organs involved in this exchange is the lungs. However, we don't think about the skin, do we? The skin helps us to remove toxins as well. The skin is in the form of sweat. The skin is the largest organ of the body, so it helps us to detox as well. So essential oils such as peppermint, eucalyptus, melaleuca, which is also known as tea tree oil, and lemon are very effective at helping the respiratory function at its highest potential. Because of the nature of the respiratory system, essential oils can have a very noticeable impact when used externally in the form of diffusing it in the air or inhaled, like you put a drop of peppermint on your palm, rub it together, inhale it, literally goes right in. They're hugely effective when ingested, increasing the impacts they have on the external environment. So peppermint is also an aid, a digestive aid, right? But its most noticeable effect is that of cooling and easeful expansion of the airways. So for this reason, peppermint essential oil is often effective when diffused and also when ingested in herbal drinks. Sometimes when I have indigestion, which is not often, I tend to put a drop of peppermint oil in my water, and that tends to help. Right, okay, I can stop briefly for questions.
Hi, it's me again, Alka. You know how you mentioned about the respiratory system? You say essential oils such as peppermint, eucalyptus, tea tree, and lemon. Are you supposed to mix all of them or not?
No, you can use them, in different ways. You can, if you're mixing them, you can actually probably diffuse lemon and peppermint oil, put it in a diffuser and diffuse it, so that you're breathing that in. You can use peppermint oil or lemon on your chest. You can use it topically, you can use it aromatically. So it just depends on what you're feeling at that point in time. There are certain times that would call for making a blend of oils depending on what you want to achieve. So it's all about learning how the oils are going to benefit you. First of all, knowing what you want to get out of it, what's going on with you, and how the oils can support you. So if you feel like, blending a couple of the oils, like the peppermint and lemon together, or melaleuca and eucalyptus together, it's always a good idea you can blend them. But, blending them means using a carrier oil as well.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's all about getting you to the point of learning and understanding how the oils can support you as individually or as a blend. Because when you blend the oils, it changes slightly the chemical constituents of the oils. So you're creating something new.
You mentioned that they could go onto the soles of the feet. Like if you were to, have some kind of like a flu, like I've just had, could I put peppermint oil straight onto the soles of the feet or not?
Yeah, you can.
You can.
Yeah, you can.
How much are you supposed to put on? I mean, are you?
A drop is good enough.
It's good enough. Okay.
Because doTERRA oils are so pure, I tell you, when you try them, you will know that a drop is
enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Something I might try. I mean, and it's obviously the doTERRA ones that I will probably look at getting then as well.
Yeah, and we can talk about it. At the end, I'll tell you how we can talk about getting you some samples to try out and see how you can get on the doTERRA using the doTERRA oils, because I've used up so many different brands of oils, and none of them come close to the purity and the transparency of how the oils are produced. Ever, right? And it's all there. You have all the information there, right?
Sure.
So doTERRA are transparent about everything that they do, right? So, and the purity is the purity is fantastic as well. Okay, thanks, Taufika. You will get the recording because there's just a few more slides to go. So shame you have to drop off, but thanks for joining. All
right.
Okay.
So,
yeah, go on.
No, I said bye. I look forward to seeing the recording.
Okay. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Right, so we'll go on to a bit more about peppermint oil. Like I said, it has direct and almost immediate effect on the respiratory system. It boosts the expansion of the nasal passages, allowing the body to take in more oxygen and clear blocked passages of toxins and potentially harmful substances. As a result of these increased levels of oxygen, we end up with feelings of higher overall energy levels that turns your water, and then it turns your water into a cooling and refreshing treat as well. So, these are oils that, seriously, in my opinion, you cannot go wrong with these oils because of the purity of the oils. And here are some oils for respiration. Now, this is a respiratory checklist: cedarwood, eucalyptus, lavender, peppermint, rosemary, and melaleuca.
I just had a quick question for you, Gloria. Sorry.
Mhm.
Do you have any essential oils for weight loss?
Yeah, they have created a blend
Oh, they have. Okay.
that may, help promote weight loss as well. But we can talk about that later.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Okay.
the blend is called Smart and Sassy, and this again is just a DoTerra blend, right?
Okay.
I don't know about any other brands that have done something like that, but it's just a DoTerra.
Okay.
Yeah. So many massage therapists and athletes are now becoming very, very aware of the physical benefits of essential oils. And in addition to promoting an overall calmer disposition and balanced emotional state, many of doTERRA's products are designed specifically with healing, with physical healing from injuries in mind. So the doTERRA Deep Blue Rub is highly effective at providing relief from aches and pains and sports-related injuries. And it also promotes antibacterial and antiviral properties, boosting the immune system and boosting the respiratory pathways. I tell you, Deep Blue is second to none. It's one oil and the lotion that I cannot do without. And I have a friend and my yoga instructor who had knee surgery, last year, and she teaches a lot. She's quite busy with teaching, and by the time she gets home, she's physically she has aches and pains, and surprisingly, and she's physically tired. And she started to use Deep Blue, and she's like, "Oh my God, she cannot do without it. It's the best restorative oil at the end of her day that she cannot live without it right now." So doTERRA are quite good at thinking about different aspects of the body and coming up with solutions from nature that support individuals. So while this rub is essentially, absorbed through the skin and towards the problem area, it's important to note that this is for external use only. So the muscle pain and tension relief are provided and instigated primarily by the blend of wintergreen, camphor, peppermint, ylang ylang, helichrysum, blue tansy, blue chamomile, and osmanthus oils. And it also provides deep moisture to the skin and acts as an effective relief for dry skin as well. So let's go on to indigestion. We have just a few more slides to go. Digestive health and essential oils might not initially seem like they can be linked. However, many recent studies focus on the gut-brain connection, and that's been proven that there is a direct correlation between digestion and overall feelings of happiness and well-being. And this means that indigestion and digestive disorders may actually increase your risk of developing a mental health disorder such as anxiety and depression. So I know with the medical, mainstream medical industry, try to separate your mind and body, but you cannot separate it. They're too intertwined, too linked. So you cannot you cannot be treating one and leave the other side. You have to treat both, and that's where it comes to masking the symptoms with medication doesn't work. So you have to go down to the root cause. So many functional and natural health practitioners have turned to essential oils and other natural remedies to help ease digestive discomfort and promote a higher level of happiness and well-being among users. And doTERRA has several natural oil products that may help significantly improve feelings of indigestion and boost overall mood and happiness. The oil that you see is a blend, a specific blend created by doTERRA to help with the gut health, the digestion, to promote feelings of ease within the body. So just as the sensory organs are vital to our functionality and experience in the world around us, as they allow us to take information in and energy in, our digestive system serves as a means of elimination of negative elements. Okay, so this means that the digestive system extracts the positive elements from the food we eat and leaves behind the unwanted waste for us to release from the body. So in this way, the digestive system is also a kind of protective system. It's important that it ensures we receive the right amount of nutrients from the food that we eat. Foods with a higher density of nutrients allow us to receive more benefits, and those with less will be expelled, mostly through a waste, through a stool. So essential oils can help with the discomfort associated with indigestion and also get waste moving out of a system. Okay, so there was a fascinating study on the benefits of essential oils for the digestive system that noted that thyme and rose oils are primary ingredients, which are thymol and geraniol, could be effective in, had to write it down, effective in suppressing pathogens in the small intestine with no concern for beneficial commensal colonic bacteria in the distal gut. What does this mean? Essentially, this means that by supporting the immune system functionality in the digestive tract, thyme and rose oil may help to ease that indigestion and allow for more comfortable digestive experience. So thyme oil and rose oil are great for digestion. In essence, that's what it means. Right, so just a couple of other things, essential oils. So there are various essential oils that can be used to help with your hair. I use rosemary a lot in my hair, and with castor oil. They can help with hair growth, thickening, dandruff or dry scalp, straightening the hair, improving shine and natural lightening. So doTERRA has a range of hair products that are made that help to nourish the hair and give you support with that. Now, many of us don't consider, I mentioned this earlier on before, many of us don't consider the skin when we are accounting for major organs of the body. Yet the skin is the most important organ because it's the largest organ, which it literally detoxifies us. It moves toxins out of our body, and most important organs, which has many protective and excretory functions and make up the part of the integumentary system. So the integumentary system is comprised of the hair, skin, nails, and exocrine glands, and as such, deals primarily with our interactions with the external environment and protects the body from dangers. I'm just going to, okay. A lot of people use the hair products and they're fantastic, actually, literally really fantastic. So treating the hair, skin, and nails with natural products like essential oils helps maintain smoothness, brightness, and overall feelings of good health and functionality. So oils like, I mentioned rosemary oil before, and oils also like Melaleuca, which is tea tree oil, assists with cleansing the pores and keeping clean complexion, while jojoba oil is great as both a carrier oil to dilute other oils by itself. Ylang ylang, sandalwood, lavender, and rose. Rose, oh my God, rose is great option for skin and nails. Just to be sure, you have to dilute them first so you don't get any unwanted reactions. And oil that some people don't tend to go to straight away, frankincense oil is great for the skin, absolutely great for the skin, okay? Yes, Alka, did I see you raise your hand?
Yes, yes, I have. So what is the exocrine glands? Exocrine glands?
The exocrine glands includes your, what does it include now? Your sweat glands, your salivary gland, your digestive glands, your mammary glands. Those make up the exocrine glands.
Okay, and how would you put the this type of oil again directly onto the nail, or how would you do that, or what would you do?
Like I said, diluted onto
Diluted.
your skin. Yeah.
Okay.
Diluted onto your skin.
And when you dilute it, are there specific types of oils, like there's jojoba or there's almond, or
Yeah, you mean the carrier oils?
Okay, the carrier oils.
Yeah.
I think there's only two specific types, and the
There
jojoba
are
and almond.
there are many
coconut as well.
There are many carrier oils. You have coconut oil, of which there is the fractionated coconut oil. You've got sweet almond oil. You've got avocado oil. You've got there are a lot of carrier oils.
Oh, there's quite a few. Okay,
there are quite a few. I can provide you a list of them. Offline if you want them. So there are a lot of carrier oils.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
So here is a cleansing scrub that you can try out. And you can make yourself. A lot of the scrubs, we tend to go out and buy the mainstream, products that contain a lot of chemical synthetic additives into it. So, but you can make your own using a cup of sugar, half a cup of coconut oil, like I just mentioned, 20 drops of doTERRA lemon essential oil, 10 drops of lavender melaleuca tea tree oil, and mix the ingredients in a bowl and transfer to a glass jar. And you can use it as and when you feel the need to have a spa day or pamper yourself, right? So that's a fun thing to do. So if you have naturally oil skin, sometimes people tend to think that when your skin is oily, you should avoid using additional oils to in your healthcare regimen. There are actually some oils that can assist in the excess sebum on the skin, which makes your skin look oily, and which tightens pores, allowing for the shiny and oily skin to appear drier and more manageable. So we've already talked about the respiratory and energizing effects of lemon essential oils, but lemon is also great to be used topically on the skin, and it can be used as an astringent. It has astringent qualities that help to keep the oily skin fresh and clean. But it's worth noting, though, that lemon essential oil is sun absorbent. A lot of the citrus oils are sun absorbent. So it's best to avoid using, going out in the sun just after using lemon or any citrus oil. And even when diluted, avoid going out into the sun because you can get burned because it absorbs a lot of the sun, right? So having put all that together, if you're just starting out on your essentials oil journey, it can be difficult to choose what oils to invest in. So I would suggest writing a list of your needs so that we can get on a call and discuss what is best for you. Your desires may include targeting specific aches and pains, or relieving feelings of anxiety, or creating a bright and energetic home and environment, or boosting your skin, hair, and hair health, or anything else. Or you may be experiencing issues with difficulty sleeping, or pain or digestive issues or stress. So what we've done is we've narrowed down, when we can come together and narrow down what your main issue is, or what you'd like to, the main issue you'd like to address is. And what we do with my team in doTERRA is that depending on if it's pain or digestion or sleep or stress, we're able to send out small samples of the corresponding oils that would help with those topics. So say, for example, someone like Alka comes to me and says, Gloria, I'm having trouble sleeping, and I want to try out more natural ways of sleep. I will send you corresponding oils to try out. Say, for example, lavender, like we've talked about, it promotes a feeling of calmness and sleep. There is another blend that doTERRA put together called Serenity that promotes sleep, that helps with sleep. So I would send you samples of those oils to try out, and we'll stay in touch, get together on a call after a few days of using it, and we'll talk through how you felt about it, and if you want to carry on using the oils, and I will walk you through how to get your own account with doTERRA to embark on, getting these oils at the wholesale price, which is 25% off the retail price, right? So those are things that we can talk about going forward. So we've almost got to the end of it, just, 1 or 2 more slides to go. And your journey to a more balanced, healthy, and happy lifestyle with essential oils starts here. Okay, so doTERRA essential oils are an amazing, amazing complement to all walks of life, as they will help you go from living pure, healthy lifestyle to a healthy lifestyle where you can finally thrive. Okay, so I'm interested to hear what your biggest takeaway is in a moment. But first of all, I want to talk about a bit more about why doTERRA. Why, when you use a bottle of doTERRA essential oils, you're using an oil that is pure. There are no contaminants, fillers, or adulterations. The essential oil industry, like I said before, is not very well regulated to ensure purity. So doTERRA decided to create one. Okay. Every batch of doTERRA essential oils goes through a rigorous testing process, well beyond what would be considered good enough. After that process, each oil is sent to an independent third party for further testing and validation. If the oil passes the test, it's labeled as certified pure tested grade oil. When you see the CPTG label, you know that you're using the purest essential oils on the market. And in case you needed any more convincing, I will also share a link to the doTERRA, more information about why doTERRA oils, how the oils are produced, in the follow-up email. So if you want to embark on the sampling process, book a wellness consult with me. I will share this link with you in the follow-up email where we can talk about what issues you'd like to address, about getting, how to get the samples, more information about doTERRA products and how to get them. We can do that on the call. Like I said, I will send the recording to you with all this information and what you can do, what the next steps are. So, time for questions.
Okay, so in terms of the age group, I mean, my son has a bit of issues with mental health and then anxiety. Is he too young for this at all, or is it just for adults? Or
no, you can use it on children as well. And there are a lot of people out there that have used it on their babies from the time they were born, but heavily diluted. Okay.
Right. I mean, if I put it into a diffuser or something for anxiety, for example, lavender, for example,
yeah,
that'd be fine. You don't need to do anything with that, do you?
You don't need to do anything with that. It's just water. A diffuser is just water and a couple of drops of oils, and it diffuses it into the air.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But with kids, heavily diluted. You always have to dilute the oils where kids are concerned. And there is a guide which is always provided on doTERRA's site on the age and how many drops and how to dilute. So everything, when you purchase doTERRA products, you're not just purchasing the products and you're left to go ahead and figure things out yourself. doTERRA comes with a huge, huge bank of information to guide you through how to use the oils, how the oils are made, how the oils support you, what elements the oils can support you with, whether you're putting it in food or using it topically or aromatically, or the information is there, right? So you're not just buying products, and all the information and education that's provided is also free. Okay, so you're buying the products, but you're getting a whole lot of information with it.
And also, this is going to be a funny one, actually. Is there any essential oils that help with grey hair? Yeah.
Well, they're essential.
Just out of interest, because sometimes, who knows, there could be a miraculous cure without really even realizing.
Well, you never know. I would say look at your stress levels, but as you age, the gray comes. So there isn't so much more you can do about the
gray hair.
As much as you can. Maybe there's some things that might happen, but
I don't dye. I mean, I'm 47. I don't dye my hair, but I'm actually okay. It's just a big strand, I feel like a skunk sometimes, but other than that, I'm okay.
Yeah, I think a lot of people are embracing the gray right now. So it's a new.
I think it's a new salt and pepper look.
Yeah, exactly. It's never about age. It's not about age right now because, I, for example, always had strands of gray in my hair from a very young age. And some of my siblings would make fun of me, but my mom used to tell me, never mind, it's a sign of wisdom. I take that. I take that. So,
take it. No, that's great. And then you mentioned Smart and Sassy oil for weight loss. I mean, what's that range? I mean, I'm really interested in that as well.
Like I said, it's a blend that doTERRA have put together, and to be honest, I haven't looked into Smart and Sassy too much because I don't need it. But the smell, I have it, but the smell of it is divine, and you can use it like. Peppermint oil, it's one of the oils that you can actually ingest. So what it tends to do is, help you with cravings and the feeling of satiation, or, so I'm not too familiar with that particular oil, but it's there. I know about it, and I can delve into more information and send you more information about it.
No, that's great. Gloria, it's been fantastic that you've been on, on air, and I'm actually really keen on these doTERRA ones because I do buy lots of other things, and you just find them on Amazon. You think, oh, I'll just get that because it's cheap or whatever. But I'm really interested in doTERRA. It's purely because you said that you can add it into food. And I just wonder how potent the food becomes just with the one drop, because
my God, seriously. Trust me, I cook with some of the oils, especially basil, because I love basil.
Yeah, you mentioned basil. I heard that. That was in the...
Yeah, and there was a time I was making some pasta with, the sauce, and I needed to put one drop because sometimes some of these oils, they just literally pour out. So you have to be careful. So it ended up being, I think it was about 3 drops. And when I had it, it was like, whoa, that is a lot. So
you don't realize that one drop can do that much. But the other thing is that if putting it into the cooking, would it not burn it off because it's?
No, you put it I tend to put it at the end once it's finished cooking, and then I put it, the drop at the end, and then let it, mix it in, let it sit for a bit, and.
And the basil oil. I mean, I'm actually really interested in most of these because being a Taurus, I kind of my friend, she kind of does the astrological charts, and she was saying that we get a lot of problems with our throat. Being a Taurus, I don't know what it is. Maybe something to do with the Taurus. And I now, after having this flu, I've got like throat burn. It's like heartburn, but actually throat burn. I mean, I've been given these tablets for heartburn. But if there is something naturally that I can have that will stop that, I don't know if that's something that can help at all.
I think just, trying to stay away from chemicals, but, seeing as you've just had a flu, what I would say to you is, ginger, lemon, and turmeric. Make it as a tea. So what I would say is get some fresh ginger, chop it up, put it in a pot, water, boil it for a bit, about 10, 15 minutes, sieve it into a cup, add turmeric, a quarter teaspoon of turmeric powder, or you can use fresh turmeric if you can get it.
We have all of those things at home.
And then add a squeeze of lemon to that. That is nature doing the work for you, right? Because you don't have the oils. If you had the oils, that's what I would send you to to have, right? Put a drop of each in your tea, or in water, or in a juice, right?
Yeah.
So you see how you can, work with nature.
Also, you can put it into almost anything then, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it sounds very positive. I mean, I'm really interested in the doTERRA ones as well. So yeah, maybe you could send me some samples initially, and then we can work. I mean, and then I can just purchase them as they are.
Yeah,
that would be great.
So what we'll do is, like I said, no, I'm going to end the recording in a bit. Once it finishes, I will send an email out with all the recipes and the links to book your wellness consult, where we'll talk about what it is exactly you want. Then I can determine what samples to send you, and we'll take it from there. Right?
That's great. No, thank you.
Yeah, for the benefit of anybody else watching the recording, that's what you need to do. If you're interested, like Alka is, to get your hands on some of the samples and try out doTERRA, reach out to me. Click on my calendar link. Schedule call.
Is doTERRA is it a national brand, or is it something in Dubai, or how does that work?
doTERRA is an American company, but they have different markets globally, right? As you're in the UK, they have, a manufacturing place in the UK as well. So
do they? That's good.
Have the Europe office. When I joined doTERRA, I joined when I was still in the UK, right?
Okay.
So even as I'm here, I can still get it in. So they have different markets. They have the Europe market, they have the US market, the Canada market. So it's global.
But all the oils are the same. They're not,
different country. They're all the same. They're all the same. I will send you all the information to get to know a lot more about doTERRA, who they are, how they produce, where they source their products from, the ingredients from, to make the products that they produce. And it's all about, because the fundamental here is the education, is the knowledge. I don't talk about things that I haven't used or I don't know a lot about, right? That's not my way to do things, because
if it's your forte, you only talk about what you know.
Exactly. Yeah. And it's not, I'm talking about what I've used as well, and I've used it for 5 years, right?
Okay. And you can feel the benefits.
Every day there is no way I can live without doTERRA.
Okay. It's like my bare minerals for my concealer.
Yeah, you see. Yeah. So it's kind of, I cannot talk about things I've not used, or things that I've used and didn't feel any benefit from, right? doTERRA oils feature in my life, from waking up to sleeping throughout the day, right? It's in my water, it's in my food, it's in my skincare, my hair care, ingesting,
I think if you get the digestive system right, everything follows.
Yeah,
it's the digestive system that's the main cause of everything, I think.
Because your gut health is so important, because that's where disease either starts or health, promote health from there. If your digestive system is compromised, your gut is compromised, your hormones are out of balance, right? Everything else is, compromised. Your immune system, a high percentage of your immune system is in your gut. A high percentage of your hormones are created in your gut.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
That's connected to your brain.
Yeah, exactly. So it's everything from the central part of your body
That's your
that needs to be
central.
sorted out.
Yeah. So once you get that right, things start to fall into place, and then you're able to deal with any other, factors that are, out of balance,
Influenced. Yeah,
right?
the body.
So you just have to start from there.
Yeah. No, thank you very much.
You're welcome. And, like I said, if, once I send out the recording, please feel free to click on the link, book a call with me, and then we can see about getting you some samples and getting on doTERRA.
Yeah. What's the difference in the time in Dubai from where we are here? Is it the same or?
No. We're 4 hours ahead of you. So it's 2:30 in the afternoon now.
Okay, that's probably why you're kind of much more relaxed. But I've just woken up.
That's why I said at the beginning, so a lot of people will not be on the call. They're waiting for the recording. UK, US, they're waiting for the recording. So US is just no AM time right now. So
yeah, I was keen. I got an email this morning and said, "Oh, your thing's starting at 9 o'clock," and I thought, "Oh, better get on that, get myself ready and to rest." And
well,
so
thank you for
great.
joining and making it live.
No,
And,
thank you very much.
You're so welcome. And I
Yeah.
will connect with you again in a couple of days.
All right. Thank you very
All
much.
right.
Take care.
Yeah.
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.